Myth number 6. This one feels really true for most people, which is it's so hard to change. Like people will think I'd have to get like a lobotomy in order to not be the way I am anymore. But the truth is that it's not necessarily so hard to change. It's just that it actually does take effort to change. So this is where we get to look at sort of the science behind brain and body reprogramming and really look at kind of how does the brain, which is considered to be plastic and can actually be rewired or repatterned, how do we help it to do that instead of us getting a lobotomy in order to be able to become less depressed or less anxious? Your brain and body can be repatterned, and we don't have to consider change to be hard, but we do have to recognize that it's going to require some conscious effort. So I like to think and explain to my clients that repatterning your brain and your body is essentially like going on a hike. And here's what I mean. It's going on a hike on the old path versus the new path. So let's say that there's a place that every weekend you like to go hiking. And so because you've done it so many times, you just pull your car into the parking lot, pop out of your car, and then you just start walking on that well-worn path that everybody else that goes hiking there walks down as well. And as you're walking, you don't really have to think about where your feet are, or you don't have to think much about the path that you're on, because you just automatically start going down that path. It doesn't require a lot of conscious effort or activity on your part. That is basically represents the regular patterning that your brain has right now. However, if you want to build a new habit, if you want to actually create a new way to respond to stressors in your life, you have to build a new path. And this new path would be like going hiking, popping out of your car, and starting to walk down that path that's been well worn by everybody. And instead saying, wait, I'm going to take a new path today. And turning and starting to go in another direction and walk directly through the woods where there is no path. Now, this is going to require a lot of conscious effort. You're going to have to be very present because there's going to be lots of trees and bushes and grass and branches in your way. So you're going to have to be very conscious about doing it. But if for the next 28 or 30 days, you show up to that parking lot and you start taking that new path, that's not the well-worn one, but this new one that goes through the woods, eventually it will become treaded. Eventually there won't be any trees there, there won't be any leaves there. This will be the new way, and it will become automatic and automated for you. It's the same thing with the brain. We just need to show it where we want it to go over and over with practice until it says, oh, okay, this is the new path. And then that will become the one that it automatically chooses. So a couple of things we want to know about making new choices. One is that we make small choices in the moment so that we could try to feel better right then. But we also make small choices and we start adding or weaving those into our lives because cumulatively, they're going to make a huge difference in your whole system over time. And also because the more we make those small changes, actually, eventually that will become the new automatic pattern for your brain and your body, and you won't have to think about it so hard anymore. So there's always hope about change because we know that that's how it works.